Yeah, I mean, hey, I'll tell you something funny, my man. Because even before that, even before Street Beat our material thing, when we were a local group, the Deele starting out, we were trendsetters, man. We didn't even know anything about the time or Prince or anybody, but we had our own style. And there was a DJ, a female DJ, up in Indianapolis on a popular station. Her name was Vicki Buchanan.
WTLC.
WTLC, as a matter of fact. And we were a local band up there. We thought we had our own style. And this is a true story. She came up to show us this album, the demo album, and it was the time. And we were like, oh, man, you know, this is us. This is our style. And we didn't know anything about the times, man.
So you felt that they were swagger jack?
You don't know. I ain't going to say. You know, those are my boys, man. Respect them and love them. But it was just funny. We had never heard of them, never seen them. Mm-hmm. And then we was like, wow, here's this group. And it's the same style we had, man. Thinking like we think.
All right, but on the Material Things album, tell me about the ballad Sweet November, which Troop remade off the Deeper album, and I want to get you guys' opinion on Troop's remake.
First of all, Sweet November is awesome ballad. One of my favorite ballads. Everywhere we go, it's a fan favorite. And Troop, those are our cats, man, like our little brothers, man. And I think they did it justice. I think they did a great job, my man.
They definitely did that, and then I had just discovered Sweet November when I got the Material Things vinyl, because I had been so used to hearing Troop's version. But then to go back and hear Sweet November and Babyface, I mean, did you guys know that Babyface was like that talented when he came into the Deele? And then after the Eyes of a Stranger album, which we're gonna segue into, it was when that album, Babyface in LA, pretty much did a lot of the writing and production, and then of course went on to do their thing with Pebbles and Bobby Brown.
Well, basically it's like that was the Deele's last album, and at that point LA and Face, you know, they had got a production deal from Solar Records, and the Deele was very active in actually the first group that we worked on was the Whispers, Lock Study, and after that I believe it was Bobby Brown, and during that time Karen White, Johnny Gill, Paula Abdul, I'm sure I'm forgetting a few, because at that time we had caught on, you know, we had caught on, and every you know, we started producing a little bit of everybody that was a part of the 80s.
Now, what was it about the mid-80s in particular with you guys and a lot of the funk groups like Atlantic Star, Midnight Star, Ready for the World? It was something about that period, and 80s music in general, that's like, man, it was a great time period for music.
Well, to me, back then, the 80s was just good music, and it was like happy times, man. I mean, music is so different today to me, but as far as back in that time with Ready for the World, the Deele, all these different groups, man, it was just good, fun, clean music, you know. But at the same time, it was like the era for bands, and just not only was it good, fun, clean music, but it was funky, man. And I tell people today, man, I can listen to a song like from the 80s, from Ready for the World, or Deele, or Midnight Star, and man, it's timeless. It still sounds great. It's music that has substance, man. And I know where the kids are coming from today. I don't disrespect their music, but it's just, I don't feel it, man. Like, you know, like the 80s music. It was just
like when you sit down and you just broke up with your girlfriend, you go to your room, play on the vinyl Girl by Morris Day and the Time, you be crying your eyes out like, girl, man, why did she have to break up with me, man? I thought we was going to go to the drive-in and see Purple Rain under the cherry moon and all that good stuff. But it seemed like that period, it really takes you back, and it was a lot of feeling and emotion in it. Now, after the Eyes of a Stranger album, what was it like being around the whole Atlanta scene when it was just coming about? You know, Dallas Austin was doing this production thing under Joyce Cinderella Irby of Climax, and then Pebbles actually formed TLC, so you guys were basically around when LaFace and Atlanta was just getting on the ground. So what was that like?
Man, it was great. You know, it was a new phase of what we were doing, and we were real excited, man. We were excited that, you know, at that point in time, that the music that we did was accepted. I was real grateful for that. It was a very special time to be around all the new artists, you know, and to watch them. See them before a hit, and watch them after a hit, and and just to watch the whole thing grow from the seed. It was wonderful, man.
So you guys really had no idea that basically LaFace and Tony Braxton, TLC, everybody that was a part of that first scene basically helped Atlanta get to where it is now, where it's like the hotbed.
Yeah, I mean, it was. It started a whole lot. Now you know, Atlanta's like on the map.
Yeah, and of course JD did his thing early on with Criss Cross, and then Escape and all of that good stuff. And on Eyes of a Stranger, the track Shoot 'Em Up Movies, right? On Eyes of a Stranger, I remember the video for Shoot 'Em Up Movies, and it was like two guys harassing this girl working at the concession stand, and the guy was like, "I want popcorn with butter," and he was like, "Give me my money back." Yeah, then dude was like, "Hey man, why don't you leave that girl alone?" Hey man, hey man, it's no problem. It's no problem. Then going to the song and all of that. Now we was talking just recently about Camp Low. They sampled Shoot 'Em Up Movies for their single. Excuse me, Gotcha. Now, how do you guys feel about a lot of the younger artists taking the 80s music and sampling it and in a way reintroducing that music to a new generation?